You know, guys, yesterday on the homepage, right under the discount coupon that I made available for Gabriel DuPont's play, I pointed out that both Gabe and Jeff Benton were on the same side of the Cowboys-Bears game last night. And I would just like to say that although they made the picks, it was really my effort that delivered the Cowboys, because I, of course, had a very small play on the Chicago Bears last night. So right there, that was the kiss of death on Chicago, and that almost guaranteed the Cowboys a win, because for me, it was my 8th straight losing day. Yeah, 8 straight losing days. If you thought I was going to hide it today, you were seriously mistaken, and I don't know what video report or what guy you thought was going to show up here for this Friday issue. But the fact is that, yeah, I've lost 8 straight days. I had won 4 straight days with 4 straight maximum wager plays before the 8-day losing streak, and I'll tell you what, guys, losing sucks. Anybody that tells you any differently has never lost money in his life. Losing sucks. And it's an amazing thing. For as good as I was in August, September, October, the first 10 days in November, I mean, it was a great 3-month run. It's like I lost it. But you know what? Can't start a winning streak without a win. So, hey, I just got to find a win. If the Philadelphia 76ers, damn it, could win a game after opening the season 0-17, I am sure that I can find the winner tonight. Because a stop clock is right twice a day, isn't it? But anyway, congratulations to Gabriel DuPont, and congratulations to you guys out there, because, of course, I gave you that 100-dime NFL winner number 4 out of 5 from Gabriel at a huge discounted price. You got it, in fact, for just $34, a savings of $75 off the regular price. And props going out to Jeff Benton, who yesterday with the Cowboys, that was 75-dime NFL winner number 9 out of 11, as he came with the Cowboys last night and went against the Cowboys last Thursday on Thanksgiving, backing Philadelphia. So props to him. Also, Anthony Red hitting his biggest totals play of the season. His NFL total of the year, 80-dime total winner number 3 in a row, Cowboys and Bears going over with ease. And you got that play for just $7.77. Listen, all of your promos, all that other good stuff, and all your discount coupons are going to be available over on the homepage. I am doing this video report. Let me just take a look at the clock here. It is 4:48 in the morning. I'm recording this video because I've got nothing better to do after just handicapping all the games looking for a winner tonight. So I'm going to get this out of the way and get right to your free picks. And let's start with the Mid-American Conference title game. How many Mid-American Conference plays did I have this season? That's it. And that's really my quota. You know, the MAC and me, we've just never really seen eye to eye. So anyway, you've got Northern Illinois tonight, a 6.5 point, some places 7, but more 6.5s out there. 6.5 point favorite against Bowling Green. Now, the underdog has covered 6 straight MAC championship games, right? 6 in a row. So that would automatically put you on Bowling Green, right? And if I also told you that Northern Illinois last year, of course, in the MAC title game was favored. They had won 25 consecutive Mid-American Conference games. They were 12-0 at that point. And who did they play? Bowling Green. And who kicked their ass? Bowling Green. My God, it was 31-13 at the half last year, and Bowling Green, a 3-point dog, rolled 47-27. So that would naturally put you on Bowling Green as well, right? And if I also told you that Northern Illinois had failed to cover in 5 straight conference title games, that would put you on Bowling Green too. Here's the problem I have with Bowling Green, though. I mean, how the hell do you lose to Ball State? A Ball State team that had lost to UMass a couple weeks earlier, okay? How do you lose to Ball State when you're up 21-7 and get outscored 34-3 in the final 3 quarters in your last game and close the regular season with 2 straight losses? I think Northern Illinois is the better team. Listen, both of these teams, average passing teams, both strong running teams. But you know, the fact is that the Northern Illinois defense, giving up just 24 points a game and holding opponents to about 4.1 yards per carry. Now, by comparison, Bowling Green has been ripped defensively, giving up 33 points a game, 4.9 yards per carry to opposing backs. And then I also look at the MAC West versus the MAC East. The West went 15-3 versus the East this year. Bowling Green, a member of the East, how did they fare against the West? 0-3. How about common foes? Northern Illinois, perfect 5-0. Bowling Green 2-3. 1-4 against the spread. So I think the way to go here is to lay the 6.5 to 7 points with Northern Illinois in big-time revenge. The other college game tonight I think is really interesting and awfully tough to pick. You've got Oregon, 14.5 points. Listen, if this was anywhere close to home, I'd go ahead and probably lay the points with Oregon here in revenge, but you have to respect what Arizona has done. And you have to respect the fact that Arizona has knocked off Oregon twice in 2 years. And you remember what happened in that memorable Thursday night game. It doesn't matter that the Ducks have gone 6-0-1 against the spread and 7 straight wins since that horrific performance in that Thursday nighter when, as a 22 to 23.5 point home favorite, they lost outright to Arizona, a game in which the Wildcats just ran the ball relentlessly, constantly owned time of possession, moving the chains, 29 first downs for Arizona. Oregon's defense couldn't get off the field. And when Oregon's offense got on the field, Marcus Mariota, he struggled because his offensive line wasn't opening any holes for the ground game and wasn't affording him much protection. Now, the offensive line has certainly gotten better as the year has progressed. A number of players coming back from injuries. One key starter is out, however, again for this game. The thing that also worries me, this game, of course, is being played at the 49ers Stadium in Santa Clara, Levi Stadium. Now, remember that Friday night game about a month ago when Oregon was taking on California? It was a game that nobody really cared about because the San Francisco Giants were playing in the World Series that night. But I'll tell you what, Oregon had all types of problems on this field against California, a team that had been spotty offensively in the prior couple of weeks. They were lucky to win that game 59-41 and miraculously pull out the half-point cover or get the push, depending on what your final price or your betting price was in that game. If you're going to play it, I think you have to take Arizona, right? I mean, that would be the wise financial play. And yet I think Oregon wants to kick Arizona's ass. Can they do it? I don't know, to be honest with you. But I lean a little toward Oregon. But of the two plays, I have to be honest, I do like Northern Illinois more. Now, in college basketball, I'm going to go with Kentucky, minus the 12 at home against Texas. I realize that Texas is one of the few teams in the nation that has the beef up front to compete with Kentucky's size. I mean, Texas, their center, Miles Turner, 6'11". One of the forwards. Center is actually Cameron Ridley, if you go by the proper positions they play. He's 6'9". You got Jonathan Holmes at 6'8". That trio combining to average almost 33 points and 19 rebounds a game this season. But I still like Kentucky in this game because here's the bottom line, guys. Kentucky has that two-platoon system and has depth that very few teams could even hope to have in college basketball, and Texas certainly doesn't. Plus, Texas lost its starting point guard within the past week, Ike Taylor, to a broken wrist. Isaiah Taylor. 15 points a game, almost 4 assists an outing. I mean, you lose your starting point guard and you're asking to go into Rupp Arena and beat the Wildcats, who are coming off their worst offensive performance of the season when they beat Providence the other night. Did not play well in that particular game. Very sluggish. 58-38 final score for a Kentucky team that had scored 71 or more points in its first 6 games. 4 times topping 85. That's pretty bad. Listen, the Longhorns have beaten UConn, but UConn is not nearly as good of a team as it was last year when it won the national title. It beat California. It beat Iowa. Okay, I can accept those games. But Kentucky beat the hell out of Kansas, remember? 72-40. I like Kentucky in this one. Again, I think Texas has a good chance to hold their own on the boards. Both of these teams very strong defensively. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring shootout. Kentucky is number 1 in the nation in terms of field goal defensive percentage, holding opponents to just 27.9 percentage points from the field. You know who number 2 is in case you happen to be on Jeopardy tonight? Well, that answer would be Louisville at 30.3. And who is number 3? The Texas Longhorns at 30.8. Brutal 6-game stretch that opens tonight, by the way, for Kentucky. They take on the Longhorns. They're going to be playing the number 5, the number 6, the number 12 teams in the nation, plus UCLA in this next 6-game stretch. And then right around the corner, they got Louisville waiting for them. But again, I do like Kentucky. I know it's a big number here, but I think not having your starting point guard and not having the depth, I think that, combined with the fact that the Wildcats will come out here and be much more aggressive offensively and try to erase the bitter taste in their mouth from that sluggish performance against Providence the other night, and I think that'll be the difference maker. So Kentucky's going to be your free college basketball play. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again on Saturday morning.